So if this looks different than my house in Arizona, that's because I'm in the great state of Georgia. I'm here touring Riley's house, and he has some amazing automations in here that I think you guys are gonna love. All right, guys, you have to check out what Riley added here in the kitchen. This is next level.
All right, so believe it or not, we actually had to take a cup out of the cabinet, walk 3 steps over here to fill up the dog's water bowl before. But now I just say, hey, Siri, turn on the water bowl.
If you've had a big dog before, you know they can drink a lot of water. What? That is so awesome. The way Riley is doing this is actually pretty smart. He hooked up an Eve Aqua that turns the water on and off. But the water doesn't just spray out like crazy. That's because he has the flow turned down so the water flows out at the perfect rate. Then it goes to a copper pipe that points straight down to the bowl. And Riley also has it automated on a schedule, so the voice command is optional. Seriously, isn't this the coolest thing? It just automatically fills up the dog's water bowl. I know Luna's jealous at home. They also had the Furbo to give their dog Frenchie treats. Their dog is so spoiled, I love it. To keep things cool, almost every room in the house has a Hunter fan and a mini split. The Hunter fan connects straight to HomeKit, which is what Riley is mainly using to connect and automate his smart home. The mini splits are controlled by the Sensible Air Pro. I haven't tried this out myself, but Riley said they work great with HomeKit. I love the idea of having mini splits in every room, so it only needs to cool the areas that are occupied. Saves a lot of energy and is really smart. So Riley set up a really cool automation for him and his wife here in the family room.
Hey, sexy time.
So all the lights dim, and then check this out. Down here, he automated his fireplace to automatically turn on. You can hear it clicking on right now, and the gas is turning on. So awesome. With the lights dim, fire lit, and music starts to play, I mean, what a great way to set the mood. I know that this automation worked really well because Riley and his wife, they just had a baby, so it obviously worked. Oh, and look at this creative way he turns his garage light on and off. If the lock opens to go out to the garage, the light turns on. Then when he comes back inside and the lock closes, the light turns off. Yeah, I might have to steal that. Next to the house is a detached garage shop area, which is no short walk in the dark. So if Riley holds down on the smart switch in his house, the outdoor light at the shop turns on, so it's not so dark. Super practical, I love it. Almost all the smart switches in the house are Wemo, which seem to work well, but he has the thread dimmer switch version in his bedroom, which is much faster and more reliable. They use it for when their baby is sleeping in the bassinet in their room. That dimmer will turn off and the smart lamp will go to a very dim brightness. Then if they need to feed the baby in the middle of the night, a voice command turns up the brightness of the lamp. Talk about very high spouse approval score. Way to go, Riley. There's also some nice lighting in the pantry with light strips underneath the shelves. He's using Philips Hue and they're also used for an automation. If the panic button is hit, all the lights turn red, including the pantry. I mean, hey, when you have glass bottles of delicious Dr. Pepper up there, you don't want people stealing your stash. The door locks, audio from Welcome to the Rice Fields plays, as well as Fortunate Son by CCR. So good luck getting out of there with the Dr. Pepper. Okay, now this thing is something that my wife, Allie, really wants. So I hesitate to even put this in the video because it's so awesome and I know I'm gonna have to install it. It is a towel heater. Right now the towel is pretty warm and this thing, it gets pretty hot, like, kind of like almost burned me right there, but I'll have Riley explain how it works.
All right, so basically I got this Wemo switch right here, and I have it set on a timer where about 2 hours before me and the wife get up for work, it will turn on and have your towel nice and warm when you get out of the shower. It will also stay on about 2 hours after that. If you get in the shower at any point during the day, when it's not during a normal scheduled time, I also have this Eve room sensor over here that measures humidity. And when it raises above 70%, then it will actually turn the towel heater on for 4 hours. That way you get a warm towel when you get out of the shower and it will continue to dry it. No mildew, anything like that.
He has all the wires hidden nicely and it doesn't use that much power when it's on. Oh, and Riley installed Sense to measure his energy usage. It just clamps to the service mains that connect the electrical panel to the grid. Then he can view his real-time energy usage, and Sense can track specific things like the towel heater, and even get alerts if things were left on. Pretty sweet. Over in one of the bedrooms, Riley converted it to a theater room with a 120-inch screen that allows sound to travel through. So he has a center, left, and right channel speakers behind this screen. I wish I would have known about this before I installed my screen. There are speakers in the ceiling for Dolby Atmos and a nice media closet to keep it all tucked away. We were blasting some AC/DC on the speakers and throughout the house on the HomePods, and it sounded amazing. Playing music in sync around the house is the best thing ever. And the baby didn't even wake up during this. They're seriously blessed with an angel baby over there. On the big 120-inch screen, Riley pulled up all the cameras on the Apple TV that are connected to HomeKit. He's actually using Nest cams that he started using before really getting into HomeKit. So he's using Starlink to bring all the cameras into HomeKit, and it works amazing, especially for all the outdoor cameras that were everywhere. So Riley has another piece of property out here next to the river, and it is so gorgeous out here. I can't take it all in. This is way better than Arizona. He also has a few cameras connected to a Euro Wi-Fi mesh router right here. It's connected all the way to that tiny house over there, and it works great. He's able to see a live stream of the river because they like to go kayaking out here, so it's a pretty sweet setup. Thanks to Riley and his family for letting me visit. They're great hosts and have such a fun, creative smart home. And congrats again on the new baby. So if any of you want me to come tour your house, then fill out the form linked in the description. I would love to come visit. Thanks for watching.
Lastly, probably the most metal
Smart home device I have.
is literally a smart